This is Matt over MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Tuesday, April 5th. All right, great 2 days so far in the chat room. Trying some compounding and tracking my trades. We're doing very well there. We started with $1,000. We're up to $3,622. Not bad, not bad. Everything is posted in the live chat room. Just trying to teach about going over compounding and how to enter and how to exit and how to make a lucrative week. So I'm using my technical analysis with Ray to create these wonderful tradable situations, and they're working out very well. So if you'd like to join us, become a silver member. It's free, and you can join us in the chat during the day, and you can watch how we do it, what we do, and when we do it, and why we do it. All right, let's get on to it. We'll keep this short and sweet. All right, Apple. We're going to start with Apple. Disclaimer, I do have a large position to the downside. But we're going to start here on the weekly. And it looks great. It failed the other day, but we'll talk about yesterday, and we'll talk about where and why in just a second. But you could see here on the weekly, we're starting to get that red candle here. It's only day two, but your slow stow is starting to turn down. Your RSI has turned down. We have had a beautiful move from the bottom here all the way up, just like the rest of the market has done fantastic. Filled this little gap right here. 50 was getting pretty close to it and it started pulling back. Now that we're under this one, we could get a nice little move to the downside, but we're going to look at lower time frames also. And you can see on the weekly here, we came into, let's see, where's that candle and that candle? Came into this resistance also. If we close over this week, then I would say we're bullish for higher. If we close under this, like we are starting to do here, but again, we have a few more days, we're going to look very bearish to the downside. All right, looking at the daily here. All right, real quick, looking at the daily, you can see here the RSI was way up here. Now it's at 68, starting to pull back a little bit. So we got 1, 2. We're looking for this gap right here at 107.65 to get filled first. Then maybe a little bit more after that. But just for playing the weeklies on what we're looking for, we do have this gap right here on this, which is at 102.93. We have to be aware of, and this is actually at 65. Somewhere in that area. That's fine. So maybe one more candle, we can get that figured out tomorrow, and get a nice little reset. It could go lower here, but we have a few more days. You got Janet coming this week and everything else. So just keep an eye on Apple. Looks like a little more downside is possible. Relative strength index is here. We did not get over this 200-day moving average, and that was what the resistance was. If we closed over that, I think we would have channeled a little bit and then moved higher, but we're not quite there yet. So we get a nice little candle on today. Should get one more candle to down here, and then maybe a little bit of a bounce to the upside. We'll have to see what happens, but the market will let us know what's going on. SPY, of course, on the daily. I want you to keep a close eye on this because this is an epic candle right here. We can get a nice little drop at if we break this middle Bollinger Band tomorrow, which is 203.50. Relative strength index is at 54. We should expect this area down here to be support, the 200, for now, before we get a bounce. And if we can get a true downside, then we'll break this middle Bollinger Band, because you can notice it's been support on this parabolic move to the upside. Once we break this on the daily, then we're going to start reversing to the downside here, and when we get down to these areas and we bounce up the middle Bollinger Band, and some other things will be in your way. So we could have a definite pullback in the market. We've had a great move, did some consolidation up here. After all, this is pushed to the upside, couldn't break through this, so it's starting to pull to the downside, so which is great. Needs a nice little reset before we either go higher or lower. We'll have to see what happens, but for now, my trades on WhatsApp, everybody's following that. We're all positioned for the month. We started that last week, and those should do outstanding. Some are about, I don't know, 400, 700% right now, and others are still red. So we'll just have to see how this month plays out. But great job here on SPY. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a key day, I believe, and if we break this middle Bollinger Band, we could come down and test this 200, 201.76 if there's any other news overnight or anything else takes place. So we'll have to see what happens. All right, this is Matt over MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. If you'd like to become a WhatsApp member and follow my trades every single day, I will send them directly to your phone prior to me making the purchase. All you have to do is sign up on the Join Us page on MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com, or click on the link for a video on this video. And if you'd like to just join us, In the live chat room, which is free, just on that same page, the Join Us page, you will see Become a Silver Member, and that'll get you in the live chat room free. Okay? All right, everyone, have yourself a fantastic night. This is Matt over at Milestone.